Hello, my name is Ajax, and today I'm going to be reading Fall Out Boy mpreg. So I decided I would do this thing where I read bad fanfiction, like on camera, and then maybe post it. This might get posted. If it is, hi. I searched for Patrick Stump / Pete Wentz on AO3, went to the very last page, so stuff from like 2007. And I found this one called You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Yule spelled like Christmas Yule, and the only tags are Bandom Freeform, Fall Out Boy Freeform, FOB, and mpreg. And then it was published on October 3rd, 2008. Lovely. There are 1,381 words, 1 chapter, 2 comments, 134 kudos, and 2,770 hits. Now, I'm not an expert, but that's not a very good ratio from like hits to kudos, you know? So, yeah. And then the summary is written for Bandom Mistletoe Challenge, mpreg. Let's get into it, guys. Okay. It's Christmas Eve, and Patrick is feeling decidedly Scrooge-ish, which makes him feel guilty because, hell, it's the fucking holidays, peace on earth, goodwill to man, and all that shit. But his feet are swollen, and his fucking kidneys are bruised from the damn kid kicking nonstop. And this is entirely Peter Lewis Kingston Wentz the fucking third's fault. Great start. All of it. Patrick rubs his belly and squats a bit to stretch his aching back. This is not a great mental image, guys. Like, this is like 2008 too. This is like... Okay. This man is with child. The baby shifts beneath his fingers. Is that how babies work in pregnancy? He's tried to hate the kid, but it's not his fault, is it, that one of his fathers is a freak of nature and the other's just a complete douchebag? Okay, which is which? The day he walked out of Pete's LA house 2 weeks ago, right after Pete had implied that there was the possibility that he wasn't the other father, and it had just been enough to push Patrick over the edge. They'd been fighting for weeks, and he's still not even sure what it was about. Pete could just be that way sometimes. So Patrick packed his bags, told Pete to fuck the hell off, caught a flight back to O'Hare, and showed up on his mom's doorstep 8 months pregnant. So, mpreg is like the norm in this fic, I guess. Okay. To her credit, all she'd done was look at him for a long moment and to say, I need a drink, and I think you probably have something you need to explain. And now he's found himself ensconced in his old room. His mom's brought a small crib for the corner, even though he's told her 100 times now that she didn't have to. And every time she comes home from work, she has a bag, or 2 or 3, from Jamboree or the children's place. How many fucking onesies does the kid need anyway? He'd asked, going through the latest bag, and she just looked at him like he was crazy. A knock at the glass of his window causes Patrick to lose his balance, and he falls backwards out of his squat onto his ass. The kid kicks hard, displeased at the sudden jarring fuck, like he just says it. I don't know why I said it like that. I sound like a demon. Pete's face floats in the darkness outside. He's disembodied, guys. He died. I'm kidding. Snow's falling lightly, and it dusts his hair, sparkling in the white Christmas lights Kevin hung on the roof last weekend for their mother. Oh, fuck no, Patrick says. Get the fuck away. Pete cups his hand to his ear through the wavy glass and shrugs. Jesus Christ. See, that's how bad this fanfiction is. Like, my phone fell over because of how bad this fanfic is. Jesus Christ, you shit. Patrick mutters under his breath. He pushes himself up and waddles, there's no other fucking word for it now as he hastes to admit it, over to the window. He throws up the sash and puts his hand out, catching Pete just before he rolls over the sill. I said go the fuck away. Pete looks up at him woefully through snow-drenched hair. This branch is really uncomfortable, you know. I think my balls are frozen to it already. Okay. Great! Patrick wraps his arms over his chest, resting them on the baby. Then your days of knocking someone up and ruining their life are over? This is crazy. Aren't you being a bit overdramatic? Pete rubs his gloved hands together and blows on them. Come on, man, it's 50 below out here. See, I keep imagining, like, now Pete Wentz, but this is about, like, emo boy Pete Wentz with his emo hair and his emo clothes and his emo eyeliner. This is like... I'm trying to think. This is like infinity on high Pete. Like, okay. Patrick glares at him. Don't exaggerate, dickwad. It is cold, though, and the wind's already biting through his wool sweater. He tugs at the stretched out hem, pulling it down further over his sweatpants. Oh, fuck it. He steps back. 5 minutes, Wince, or I'm calling Kev, and he's just a little pissed off at you right now. When isn't Kevin pissed off at me? Pete pulls himself over the windowsill and snow scatters across the bedroom floor, melting into the blue Berber his mom had laid down after Patrick moved out. He reaches back and shuts the window with a shiver. Jesus, it was a hell of a lot easier to climb that tree 7 years ago. Okay. Patrick just looks at him. Tick-tock, Pete. Yeah, right, give me a moment. Pete stands up, brushes the rest of the snow off his shoulders and hair. I was out there for a while. Right, because admitting you're a creep is winning you points here. Pete just grins. You love me because I'm a creep. Whoa! I thought this was a classy party! I don't love you. Patrick grits his teeth. It's a lie that Pete doesn't even acknowledge. I'm fucked up, man. He shoves his hands in his pockets and shifts from foot to foot. Maybe kind of big time. The baby moves. Oh god, guys. What if he gives birth? Is he gonna give birth in this fic? I hope not. Like, I don't want to imagine Patrick's thumb giving birth. And with that gynecology ad, it should be Pete that is pregnant right now. Sorry, who said that? Who said that? Patrick splays his hand over his stomach, even though he's gotten used to feeling him. It's a boy. Patrick watches, bites his bottom lip. It took you 2 weeks to figure this out? Patrick asks tightly. It took me 2 weeks to sober up, Pete says, meeting his eyes. He raises his chin. Took Joe an hour to kick my ass, me another hour to admit the fucker was right, and then another 7 to get here. Traffic at O'Hare's a bitch tonight, dude. Patrick can't stop the small laugh. He looks away. Pete, you're a fucking douche. This would be cute if it weren't for the fact that Patrick was pregnant. This is crazy. I know. Pete steps closer. Patrick doesn't pull away. He sighs and his fingers brush Patrick's sweater. Man, this is huge. I mean, a baby, right? What if I suck as a dad? You're going to be awesome, but look at me. His hand smooths over the swell of Patrick's belly. Ew! Reading those words made me want to kill myself. I'm the Oxford English definition of fuck up. Sorry. Patrick rests his fingers on Pete's. You're not the only one scared, you know. Fuck, Pete. I'm a dude, and I've managed to get knocked up. I'm kind of in new territory myself here. So is mpreg the norm or not? Because I can't tell. Because his mom was like, you've got some explaining to do. But that just assumes that's like what every mother says to her child if they're pregnant. So did he just like magically get pregnant? What are the rules here? What's the situation? I just don't want to mess the kid up, Pete says softly. There's a moment's silence. Patrick takes Pete's hand. Of course you're going to mess the kid up. He says, so will I. It's our parental duty. First chapter of the handbook. Everyone's parents fuck them up. It's just, what really matters is how much they love the kid, and I don't think you'll have any problem with that. This is crazy. Okay. Maybe. Pete smiles faintly. He rubs his thumb along the back of Patrick's hand. Look, so maybe you're not ready to come home yet. But do you think I could stay here? With you? He looks up at Patrick and his eyes are dark. Soft. And the kid... How can your eyes be dark and soft at the same time? Because if they're dark, that implies, like, They're feeling a little evil, a little mischievous. I don't know, man. Okay. Stupid question. Fuck, Pete's always been able to get him. Always been able to make him forgive him no matter what the fuck he does. Patrick takes a deep breath and hopes he's not making a mistake. He doesn't think he is. Yeah. Okay. Pete's grin is blinding. He pulls away, digging in his pocket. So I found this in your tree out there, and I was gonna use this if you said no. A little extra coercion, right, but it's the season and all. He pulls out a bent and broken sprig of mistletoe. His face falls. Fuck. Patrick takes it away from him. A silver white berry falls off and rolls across the carpet. I think it might work anyway. This is gross. He holds the sprig above Pete's head and shakes it. A leaf drifts into Pete's hair. He raises an eye. I read ahead with my eyes. I want to kill myself. He raises an eyebrow. Maybe not. Oh, fuck that. Pete pushes Patrick back against the bed, and his mouth is hot and wet against Patrick's. His cheek knocks Patrick's glasses askew. He rubs his palm over the baby. God, I've missed you both. He whispers against Patrick's mouth. Patrick bites Pete's bottom lip. Such a douche, he says with a smile, and he drags Pete down into another kiss. Merry fucking Christmas. Back at you, asshole. Oh no, stop. Pete licks Patrick's bottom lip. Promise you won't run off again. Only if you promise not to be a dick. Patrick shivers as Pete's hand slips over the hem of his sweater. His fingers are warm against Patrick's skin. Like, I know they're not gonna fuck because it was only rated teen, but also he has a baby. You can't have hot gay sex with someone who has a baby in their stomach, in their uterus. He has to have a uterus, right? Okay. I'll give it a shot. Pete pushes Patrick's sweater up and leans down and kisses his distended navel. The baby kicks and Pete laughs. Alright, dude, I promise. He grins up at Patrick. Definitely your kid. Our kid. Pete's eyes soften. His fingers circle over Patrick's skin. Yeah, ours. Patrick pulls Pete back up into another kiss. The mistletoe drops from his hand to the floor, entirely forgotten. Okay, I'm gonna look at the comments. Okay, from June 2009, I was browsing around on the AO3 site and saw that you wrote Bandom Impreg. I just had to read this and I'm so glad I did. Oh, so cracky and delicious. Thank you, Bridget McKinnett. And then from Formless Corvid, it's just OMFG. From June 2018. This is like fairly recent in the scope of things. Oh, and they're still writing fanfics. Formless Corvid. Transformers Prime, March 2023. Okay, I'm gonna rate this fic. I'm gonna give it... I need to come up with a rating system. Like, a funny rating system. I'm gonna give it 3.5 Pete's out of 5. Because it was well written. It's not like it was, like, terrible. Like, I would have liked it if it wasn't for the impreg. Like, it was cute. I'm talking about Bandom RPF and whether or not it would be good if one of the band members wasn't pregnant. But yeah, thanks so much for having this experience with me. I want to kill myself. Joke. I'm fine. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, besties.